Hi! I was not talking to you. That's fine. Oh my god, you could only hear them. Hello! I am the small shrew that managed to get in somehow, despite not knowing how to use audio, managed to get into your purse and steal your keys and lock you out of your house, because I have taken control of Nat 1s for another week. Today we're going to be doing more D&D on the more chaotic side of things. I am the DM and I'll be controlling every character that is not one of the two that's about to speak. It's a fruit basket. This is what happens when you give players control. One of our first people who we have speaking tonight is Playwright, who will be playing definitely Lax. Lax, what have you got to say for yourself? Somebody who writes things. I mean, you. Oh, that's true. That's true. You have done. I mean, I guess there's nobody from the LAN police force or like copyright agency listening. So I hope so. So you admitting to that is perfectly fine. To be fair, you're mostly having this conversation in your head while time stops. And then we also have Hanabi playing Gelwyn. You got anything to say for yourself, Gelwyn? In your defense? Yep. This Q&A is going on inside your heads with time stopped. Imagine this as like your life flashing before your eyes. So to give a quick recap, these two were a team of 5 crack adventurers sent down to help deal because the political and manpower situation in LAN is incredibly unstable. Several civil wars have broken out, as well as the rebellion of necromancers, an invasion of demonkin from the north, and the long-time ally of LAN, Defear, from the south, and their long-time rivals, the Gold in the north, have all invaded. From several different sides, LAN, one of the most prosperous regions in the world, is getting hammered. So within this massive shortage of manpower, but also this time of massive magical instability, several extraplanar travelers have sort of found themselves dropped into LAN, as well as the more shady or not as trustworthy inhabitants who never bothered to sign up to the military themselves and were just free agents who were being hired by the Adventurers Mapping and Commerce Guild to do jobs that the... What's up? Hear what? Oh god. Carnelian, you're not in this campaign. Because you're currently lost in a jungle, teaching a group, the surviving group of elves how to exist. Yep. Can they not hear me? Can they not hear you two? Oh, fuck. Explore that one's explore just Discord. Hello? Both of you can say something now.
One supposes the gag is now wasted and not even recorded for a VOD.
Yup, it's just me talking to myself. I am so glad.
And getting upset at yourself. It's like Garfield without Garfield.
So, Oh my god, for the third, oh my god, this was literally just me talking to myself over soothing guitar music. Thank you very much, the amazing Scarly Quinn. Yeah, well, you don't have access to the levels, so I should have seen that. Anyway, maybe Carnelian, maybe no, it's just Lax, because that is not canon. Lax and Gelwyn are currently our players. Lax, introduce yourself, please. Please.
No.
You do realize if I do, this is like everything previously is getting edited out until this point. I am editing your memories to not include the time I was just talking to myself.
Wait, Gelwyn will introduce herself first. I can do it.
I dread, but sure, go for it.
Okay.
One, you physically cannot talk at all in the real world. This is going on in our heads for a Q&A for the viewers. God has decreed you are now psychic, both of you, for this small amount of times.
To be fair, Gelwyn can already talk to other people mind to mind.
Oh yeah, that's
yes, all you do with it is sexually roleplay.
But also,
I'm sorry, there's zombie hands in my brain.
both of you can talk psychically. I believe Lax currently has a psychic link to the demonic god of fire and forging called Haxes.
Oh, good. I can get old Harry to count things at people. And they won't hear Hazza because it'll all be inside Hazza's head.
Yeah, he ain't the most sane dude. And Gelwyn, why can you talk to people? I mean, psychically.
Because she's Gelwyn, bitch.
Because I have a tongue? I'm confused, and vocal cords. I'm confused.
How can you?
Does not
Why do you have telepathy?
Oh, Ghostwise halfling.
What's a ghostwise halfling? Are they a certain type of like race that exists?
Gelwyn.
Is that okay? So Gelwyn is the only ghostwise halfling in the entirety of Larn, you would say.
I don't know. I didn't write lawn.
Who knows? All we're sure about is that Gelwyn likes pig dick.
What? No! Gelwyn did not like the pig dick, that's why Gelwyn got transported. And had no idea who they were.
So, yeah, I would say that you've met other halflings, but you've never met any other halfling that can telepathically. Goddamn, telekinesis and telepathy are two different things. I do not want to give either of you the ability to move objects with your mind.
Fruit bowls. I want the ability to move fruit bowls.
I see absolutely no problem with us having telepathy.
Okay.
Or telekinesis. Or telephones.
Or telephones.
I mean, you technically do have telephones. But yeah. Does chat have any questions? Sorry, you can't see this, but I'm communicating with the world at large through something called twitching, which is rapidly moving your fingers. Anybody in there have a question for either of these two? Before I unleash them back into the recap and fiery hellhole. Okay, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like the world has any other questions. Oh!
2 questions. Oh.
Okay.
What?
What?
Okay, so
Not
question
even a
one. Question one for, I guess I'll split it between both of you. Question one is Lax. What? This question is
What?
rained down from you from the ether, from the entirety of the world. Asks you what?
No, really, what? All I heard was what?
Yeah, that's it. That's the question. What?
That is the question. The question is what?
In the butt. What?
Fucking something.
That leads very neatly on to the next question, which is Gelwyn, the fuck?
Yes.
Yep. And that gives you a pretty much a character summary of both of these. Right. If do you guys feel warmed up and do you
I
guys?
would hazard a no, but sure.
Well, I'm afraid we're gonna have to get into it. I am sorry.
Is this one of those obligatory "that's what she said" moments?
I mean, generally, yeah.
Probably. Although, what she said is.
I mean, right now,
That's because
We
she's
are-
got a mouthful of.
Easy, zombie finger.
yeah. Stop doing that, or I'll shoot you with arrows. That was not what I wanted to do.
Disembodied voice is already trying to kill us, chat.
We haven't even done anything yet. Other than
Didn't
get
even
Kit
make it
Kat.
30 seconds.
So,
And we got rid of our fruit bowl.
I did. So, at the end of the last session, you guys wanted to find out what was the intended destination for the magical circle you found in the very depths of the newly excavated dungeon within the crypt. After defeating Cesaric, who you guys affectionately nicknamed Pig Dick, who by
Very
pantsing him and then repeatedly blasting him with powerful magic, you managed to steal the magical object that he was trying to transport somehow from his small lizard familiar, who then escaped through this magical circle. You bravely, some might say, foolishly, others might say, activated the circle and took it to its intended destination, and found yourself immediately swarmed by undead, and saw a tall figure dressed in form-fitting leather armor with a large wide-brimmed cap covering their eyes, standing in front of you. But before either of you could react, this figure reacted first, and with a twitch of their hand, the undead surrounding you set upon you, grabbing your arms and restraining you, making sure you couldn't walk or move. And in another twitch, realizing the magical auras that Lax gives off and somewhat Gelwyn gives off to prevent you from being.
Go on BRB right now.
Okay. Going on BRB. Be right back, chat. We are BRB'd. What's up? And we are back. I think. Somebody play a sound alert through Discord. I need to know that they can hear you guys.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, don't need a sound alert. I saw that you were a thing.
I think I heard myself on there.
We did. Sorry about that.
I did it.
We have returned. 2 seconds. Yes. So, rejigging myself back into the swing of things. No, I did not want to click on that. Rejigging myself back into the swing of things. As you arrived, this figure restrained you, but noticing the faint magical auras coming from both of you, they would have commanded their zombies to not just put their hands over your mouths, but to slide a finger into your mouth to stop you being able to pronounce any words.
Disembodied voice?
Seemingly choking you, yes.
Now, disembodied voice. Why are you doing it in the not sexy way that it was before?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is how it happened.
No, it didn't! And I refuse otherwise.
VOD's not up. You can't prove it.
I can.
No, but I'm sure they'll believe the one and only Lax.
Maybe. So...
It was hilariously lewd.
It was.
I suspect Disembodied Voice had some pent-up sexual frustration they were letting out.
This has nothing to do with the fact the amazing playwright helped me rewrite this scene to be less sexy.
Wait, playwright did?
Not playwright, Scarlequin.
Yeah, but we're not gonna let you forget that you made this incredibly horny.
Well, if you want to listen to that, I'm afraid you'll have to find the VOD guys, which I'm not sure is still up, but if it is, there you go. You can get that for whatever you want it for. But as they sense your magical aura and block you from being able to talk, they stand and look at you. You are not who I was expecting. She looks over at the small lizard folk. You came in here frightened and were just running. I assumed that you had fled for your own safety, as we had discussed. Do you recognize them? You all see the small, yellow-skinned, white-eyed little lizard folks cowering in the corner. It nods and hisses and points. They were the ones who were trying to steal from you, mistress.
So I would like to use my silent speech.
Mm-hmm.
And ask are these zombie fingers edible? To call it.
So, Gelwyn,
you...
Really?
You can't hear me?
So you just got... So, Eggs just told them that you were the people who were trying to steal from her. And you just get this slow turn. Their face remains completely stoic, but they are looking directly at you. And in your own mind, pierced with the edge of something like an immense sense of menace, you hear, "No, but yours are to them. If you will just wait and listen." As you feel the grip on the zombies tighten.
Oh, harder, Daddy.
You will see another zombie seemingly rise from nowhere, one of the bottles on the edge cracking and forming in a sort of mist. Carlin will go over to it, carve some runes into its back, and step out of the room as it sort of glows and shudders, and then bursts, showering you both with gore. Could I have wisdom saving throws from you both? Showering you and eggs with gore.
Oh, great. This is not gonna go well.
I was about to say no.
No, that did not go well.
If you don't have access to the thing, just roll me a d20, because I've got access to your sheet. Okay, wisdom is not. So you will feel any of your like magical abilities and your connections to them shut off. You'll feel Lax. You will feel you can no longer feel the scythe's power within you, and you suddenly feel incredibly cold. Gelwyn, you don't feel your connection to your magical bag anymore at all. It just doesn't have that kind of... it doesn't feel alive anymore. And then...
What about the ghost?
The ghost, you don't feel that anymore either. It feels... The orb itself, you can tell it isn't gone from your pocket, but you don't feel anything from it, and you don't feel the same prickles on your skin anymore. This zombie that's holding your arms will turn to stone, and arms and legs will turn to stone. The same with you, Lax. This zombie that was holding your arms and legs will turn to stone. But the other two will crumble into dust, and Carlin will walk back into the room, seemingly have gotten out of the range of something. You two can now speak easily to Carlin if you so wish. Seeing as I cannot shut you up permanently, seeing as this one has the ability to speak without even having its mouth plugged, I thought it best I just take away your ability to do anything with your innate magical abilities. And make it so you can't escape.
Who says I'm trying to escape?
I don't know. I didn't say that.
You two are going to stay here while I take a look at what you did and try and prove what Eggs is saying.
I think he's lying. Didn't we only kill that pig dick guy? Yeah, we totally just killed the big dick.
Carlin's face still remains stoic, but you are still being restrained by the petrified zombies. She will place a hand on both of your heads and will cast read thoughts simultaneously on both of you. Do you resist her attempt to delve into your minds?
No.
But I'm going to fill my head with really quite unsettling thoughts.
Mine's just thinking of porn.
You get the feeling that those thoughts are being watched and passed over as you get sort of... Imagine a mental ice cube heading down your back, the top of your neck being your surface thoughts, and as it gets slower down, your memories from a couple of hours ago seem to replay with great clarity in your head, then a couple of days ago, and then a week ago, And this all happens within the flash of a second. Within maybe 6 seconds, she then lifts her hands from your head and looks thoughtfully at you. Ah, I've heard of both of you. It seems that the White Path are getting quite desperate in these certain times to rely on such mercenary types as a pirate and a wanderer. But
Wanderer?
from what I've heard, you've been traveling around Larn and other parts of the world, learning things.
That's what a bard does.
There aren't many bards these days, Mr. Lax. These days, people aren't around for joy. They sit around and preach, or they're fighting wars, or they're stomping on others and stealing things. This is not really a place you would describe as having much joy. At least not in my experience. But seeing as you didn't realise who you were stealing from, or what you were stealing, or what it was for, allow me to elaborate to you why you are going to help me, and why what you did doesn't significantly matter. Because Pig Dick, as you called him, was already going to betray me. I knew that.
Oh, okay, question then. Question. If it doesn't matter, then why are you holding us?
Because it doesn't mean I trust you. You are going to stay bound by those. You're going to stay bound by those people until I can. He was already going to betray me. He was attempting to use the power of the orb to take my place. But that's not something that could possibly happen. Because I was already aware of it and was going to take it for myself. He always thought far too much of himself. She sort of curls her hands and sort of wisps of power come out of it. But, however, you did lose the orb. I have dispatched spies to track it. And thinking about it, your previous comrades might even help me locate other things. But I can't exactly let you leave here without you being on a leash, as it were. Are you going to work for me? Or are things going to get unpleasant? By the way, all your flirting, Gelwyn, has seemed to completely unfaze her just as much as the sort of like the gruesome thoughts that Lax was putting out. Both of you can tell that this person is incredibly powerful. And they are standing there waiting for your answer. Seemingly, after going through your minds, they seem to think you're useful and don't want to kill you immediately.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
You see, I'm trying to make the world a better place. The people you're working for are attempting to wipe out people like me. I've taken in tortured and disfigured magic users, not just those blessed with necromancy, those blessed with any kind of magic who wouldn't deem to the White Path's control in the wake of...
Ma'am. I have to correct you. I don't work for people on a normal basis. It's like, I did one thing for them, I get money, I go on.
Interesting.
I don't actually work for people.
You would say you still count yourself as a pirate, a free spirit then?
No, Gelwyn's just really bad at taking orders.
That's because I'm the captain. Captain doesn't need to take orders.
From what I've seen of your past as well, Lax, you are pretty bad at taking orders as well. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
So how about we make this... Her demeanour completely changes. From underneath her, another one of the bottles breaks and forms into bones, which scuttle over to her and form a chair that she sits down on as they creak into place. The chair, the legs made of hands and the back made of rib cages. As she sits there, you both are free spirits, you both seem to value that. I can tell that, Lax, from your experiences within the tomb, you value freedom and entertainment over everything else. Both of you can offer me something. And I guarantee it will be far more entertaining than working for some stuffy priests and bureaucrats, and often pay far better. What do you say?
Gelwyn, what's that phrase that the kids like? Say less?
I don't know. I may be small, but I'm not a kid.
Well, you're younger than me, I'm pretty sure.
It's not hard,
Maybe.
Lax. Do you want to insight that comment,
I don't know
Gelwyn?
my age. I don't know my age. Gelwyn doesn't even know her own age.
Okay. So Gelwyn... Gelwyn's literally...
It's not about infighting. It's literally Gelwyn's just an idiot.
I suppose with how Gelwyn is, it's kind of hard to keep track of your birthdays.
Yeah, and plus, all her old crewmates keep dying of old age. So,
Yeah, weirdly. So,
Clearly a damn problem.
very strange.
her gaze has settled on you, Gelwyn. Tapping her fingers, making hollow thunking sounds on each of the finger bones of the arms of the chair. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, there's something else I can do that might change your mind. You see, the undead here aren't the only ones under my control. There are several that people consider just to be wild, wandering undead from the fey magics and leftover of the war. But there are also several other more powerful undead that I can control. She clicks her fingers and points to a mirror, and Eggs just like hisses and like goes over to it and grabs it and shows it to Lax and Gelwyn. It seems to just reflect their reflection. But
I'm looking pretty good.
Carlin flicks it, and it clouds, and then for a second starts to clear, but it's still cloudy. It's like you can't really tell what it is. Can either before the image shifts, can either of you give me an Arcana or a Nature or a investigation check? Any of those three, to sort of see if you can work out what's happening.
For me.
I reject your request, disembodied voice.
Okay.
Oh, nice roll.
Largely because I can't remember how to open that damn book thing.
That's okay.
You click,
I can grab it
click
for you.
journal, and then you click on your name. The end.
I can do it for you. I will just do if you. It is all pretty much the same. There you go. Both Lax and Gelwyn, you realise that this mirror is showing you somewhere else, but if you can't really see anything, then what can it be showing you? Gelwyn is the first to realise, oh, it's showing underwater. That's weird. Why would you just show you some underwater? And as you watch, you see a large, shadowy shape come towards the mirror. And you see a shark with grey mottled flesh and white, unmoving eyes, but still with just as many teeth, gaped open and moving stiffly, move past you. And then another one, and then another one. And you realise you must be looking through the eyes of one of these sharks. And then this one rises, and you see the hull of a boat. And then it moves out from the underneath the hull of the boat. And you see a flag. And Gelwyn, you recognise this as the flag of your own ship. And you suddenly realise that Carlin has surrounded your ship with huge undead sharks. Now, I wanted to be nice, but I'm afraid that I can also be an incredibly nasty person. So how about it, Gelwyn? Do you still want to hear my offer? Or are things going to get nasty?
I will kill you.
Many people have said that. But if you even try, many other people will die first.
I look over at Lax, and I use like my Ghostwise thing and go, I'm gonna kill her. And then I look back at and Colin, be like, fine.
You have two choices. Lax. As a bard, you're pretty well known. And you're also pretty well respected. You're pretty much the only tiefling that the people within Larn can accept. You've proved yourself as somebody who can be trusted.
Well, that's racist.
Larn are
Fuck
racist. They are terrible, terrible people. But also, this presents an opportunity. I want you to convince the people of the nobility of one of the cities, of Strasbourg, to not focus their resources on fighting us, but with one of my agents, convince them to start a campaign against a lord in exile who you will convince them thoroughly is trying to take this lord's throne. He will leave us alone, let us regroup and take his city. Or, Gelwyn, you can go back to your crew and convince them to sabotage the base of the River Bandits, the very unimaginatively named group of pirates that I believe you have scuffled with a couple of times in the past. They have recently just pledged themselves as privateers to the Crown and have received a large amount of munitions. However, they're still not exactly as versed as them as you are. I would want you to head into their storehouse and blow up their entire stockpile and all of them, so they cannot use it against us. This is your choice. Do one of these things for me, and I might be able to begin trusting you. She stares, opening her hands at you, a smile creeping across her previously almost mask-like face. You still can't see her eyes, but you see that same cruel smile. So, you're left to talk to each other. The mirror is put away and becomes clear as it is. The small lizard looking at you in a scornful way. What do you say?
So, to recap, you think the options are sabotage or subterfuge?
Absolutely. I've looked into your
But
past.
if I just walk in there and stab the man?
If you walk in there and stab the man, then all that will do is that'll put one of his weak bastard children or his advisors on the throne, and they will continue attacking us. We need you to convince him to divert his resources.
What if I stab the next one?
You could stab 100 of them. That might cause some chaos, yes, but that would take far too long. If you wanted to, go through the entire castle and try and assassinate the entirety of the council, all of the noble families, and the royal family of Strasbourg. That might be useful.
Sure, why not? I'll stab the shit out of everybody.
I mean, they're nobles, right?
I mean,
Precisely. Stab the shit out of them.
I like that idea.
I have it. She thinks.
And for good measure, we'll set the place on fire.
I love that. Remember that time I set that slope on fire and you just went down it? It was great.
I didn't expect you two to come up with a plan that was far more dangerous to yourselves of your own free will. But that will spread just as much chaos as causing them to divert their armies. If they're so worried about internal struggles, sure, but I must warn you, you are not the only people who can lie and cheat their way into a castle. You will face heavy resistance. And I can't spare many people that can walk through the streets of a city that aren't like the bodies currently holding you.
Why would we need extra people? They'd just get in the way.
Oh, bless.
She shrugs and looks around. Wonderful. However, I don't think I can trust you to go on your own. So I'm going to send you with one of my people who can pass for a normal human. They will be joining you momentarily. For now, you both can stay here until I'm ready. And Colin will click to eggs, clicking her fingers, and he will obediently follow as they both head out of the room.
Oh, cool. Does this count as downtime? Like out of character?
Kind of, but it doesn't count as a rest. You will have... Your arms and legs are still restrained. And, but if you two want to talk about anything, then yes. You can't see anything right now.
Still gonna kill. Still gonna kill her. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, Gelwyn, time for the big questions.
Ooh,
Which mess do we cause?
all of it.
All of it?
All of it.
Which stratagem?
If it moves, kill it.
Would you either of you like to make a knowledge check on the kind of place that Strasbourg is?
No.
Yup, that tracks. Great. But you're not complete idiots. You've heard the name before. Gelwyn, you know it has a port, and you've gone in there several times before, and you know it generally has several warships stationed there full of soldiers. That basically acts as a floating garrison, as Strasbourg itself is on the teeny tiny tip of a peninsula in a giant lake. And Lax, you know that the nobility there is particularly paranoid. There was a bloody power struggle not 3 months ago where the king died under suspicious circumstances, and his eldest son was implicated for the crime, causing his youngest son and his wife to take over as the Dukes of Strasbourg. His eldest son fled, taking a small portion of the guard with him, but declaring that he had nothing to do with it and the trial was rigged and he would return. Which meant that a lot of the nobility had hired guards themselves and were seemingly incredibly paranoid. Which maybe you could use to your advantage. Maybe you could... Or if you guys wanted to rely on your stealth. As Lax, you do know the locations of several great houses. When you're good at talking to people, servants get chatty, so... You know how to get in. The only place that you wouldn't really have any way to get into is the castle. You would need to plan and work out how to get into there.
Easy. No, really, that's easy. All we have to do is wait for them to throw a big party and get ourselves invited.
Ah.
I was just gonna say bomb the ships, but okay. Sure, we'll do it your way.
Gelwyn, not everything involves bombing the ships.
Just one.
No.
What?
No, for once we're not bombing the damned ships.
Damn.
After all, we already bombed the ships that one time, and I think everyone's caught on.
It was quite a scene, like a large gambling river ship was really well known, called the Steam Rose, sort of like on fire, going past several major cities down a river. You guys caught a big stir. Nobody knows, like not many people know it was you, but holy shit, people caught onto that.
And that's why we can't repeat ourselves.
It was a gamble.
Oh, you.
Okay, several croupiers in the afterlife are now going to haunt you. But as you stay here, you feel your magic returning. Like, whatever thing that Carlin did to cause your magic to go away, returns to your head. Gelwyn, you feel that similar prickling on your skin and the feeling of somebody whispering in your ear from the haunted orb. And Lax, you once again hear Haxie's talking endlessly about the same things over and over again, of like rebuilding his people, and then telling really bad dad jokes, and then telling you 15 ways to forge a sword, constantly chattering in your head.
Heather, stop.
But I think it's really
Hey,
interesting.
Ghost Buddy, I miss you.
In your you hear from your pocket, and it has a just like, oh, but I think you'll find this method of folding steel really interesting. But you can use it to stab my enemies. Wait, what were we talking about? Okay, I'll be quiet. But yeah, you guys now have access to any magic and magical abilities that you would have. Yeah. And unfortunately, this session is going to be quite short, only an hour, because I didn't think we would get here. I thought the negotiations with Carlin would take a bit longer. So we're actually missing a character we need. Oh, actually, no.
Oh.
We can do some other stuff without that character. So you will have sort of 6 hours. Weirdly, it's incredibly cold. The rain you're feeling also feels way too fine, like a fog drifting through the open windows. And you gradually feel your breath getting shorter. Would either of you be able to make me either a flat wisdom check, or a knowledge nature check, or a survival check?
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're all the fucking same. I know. They can't survive.
Okay. No, this seems pretty normal. That the rain's like this in Larn sometimes, and it, you're just stressed. Originally you thought Carlin was sexy, and it turned out that she was like a bitch. So yeah. Oh no, absolutely, like exactly the same. You and Gelwyn are on the same wavelength. This is absolutely. You know what? This is completely normal. Holy shit, that's after modifiers. Okay, cool. This is completely normal. And several hours pass before Carlin returns. Your escort has been deployed, and we are now in a position to be able to get you down there. You have 2 days before my escort will be there. But believe me, my pets will be watching you. Don't leave Strasbourg until they arrive. And then, without any ceremony or flair, suddenly, you guys are several hundred feet in the air.
Wait,
Are we still?
teacher,
are we
I have a
still-
question.
Oh no.
What if I accidentally step over the border? I promise, accidentally.
As you say this, as the spell's activating, all you hear is soft laughter. You see
Well, okay,
Strasbourg.
but are we still tied up?
You are not. You are both completely free.
Okay.
The teleportation didn't teleport the zombie corpses, the petrified zombies. So both of you are completely free. And this is not exactly the right music for this. You guys see Strasbourg from very high ahead, just for a moment. You see several ships, and you see the entirety of the city. You see the noble district. and the slums. And you feel yourself being drawn to the town centre here. And what? Where would you guys... You can see several buildings. It seems like whatever spell that was being used to get you here is seemingly asking you where you would like to go. Do you want to drop in a tavern? Do you want to drop in the town square? It is late at night. But one of the things you do notice... Oh wait, no, I won't say that yet. So what kind of place...
Servants' quarters in the castle.
Servants' quarters in the castle. As you think that, the spell appears to shudder and throw you back. There appears to be some kind of ward stopping you being able to be sent in there. It seems that you can only get the spell to land you somewhere in the city centre.
Oh, fine. I'll settle for the Nag's fucking brothel.
The brothel? Absolutely. As Lax says that out loud, does Gelwyn follow suit?
Yep.
Okay. Great. So, we are landed at night outside the brothel. Gelwyn, can you whack yourself here, please?
Whack.
Perfect. And then let's find Lax. Your wig flutters as you both poof from the spell and end up here. You have 2 days in the city to begin subterfuge, to begin your
Bombing.
plans. Possibly bombing. Yeah, possibly bombing. You are currently standing outside a brothel. There's 3 people counting their gold around a fire. There is a large amount of hustle and bustle.
Wait, there's people counting their gold around a fire?
Yeah. Well,
Wait,
it probably... You say...
there's people counting their gold
Yeah.
around a fire.
Around a fire.
Cool. I want to talk to them.
Sure. You can absolutely be like, okay. So it's 15 minutes with Genie for 50 gold. I got 10, you got 11, and I've got 6. How many minutes does that buy us? Is the conversation you hear.
Oh. Well, I saddle up in between 2 of them.
Okay,
There
isn't much space.
That's fine. I can slip through any small space in between a medium-sized unit.
Okay, that is true. You sort of like peek your head in between 2 of them, and they just like whip their gold back into their palms. Lax, what do you do while
Okay.
Gelwyn's doing this?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
While they're doing that,
Okay.
I'm going to use sleight of hand.
Okay. Before we find out the result of
Wait,
that.
just
Oh, what were you gonna say?
no. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Hurry up. I'm in the middle of rolling. Go.
Before we find the result of that, Lax, what do you do?
Oops. Shit. I let go.
Well, we're in a brothel, right?
You're just outside the brothel. Yep.
I'm going back inside.
Okie dokie. Right.
What? You think I'm joking?
No, I do not. I don't think you're
These are
joking.
some proper high-class hookers, and I know for a fact that that bitch in the corner has been screwing with several aristocrats for a lot of money, and if I just charm her, I'm going to get a hell of a lot of information.
Yep, you absolutely do know that. So you're going to head into this door here. Okie dokie, we'll do that. So, before that resolves, I'm afraid we're going to have to finish up what happens here with Gelwyn. Gelwyn, did you roll for me?
Yeah, I got 22.
Okay. So, you've slipped in... These guys have put their gold back in their hands.
Yep.
Do you want to describe your sleight of hand?
Well, I'm going to slowly get through them, and just as they're moving, because they haven't really noticed my hands, I'm just gonna be like, grab like one from each of them,
Okie dokie.
put it in my pocket, and like look at them and be like, hey guys, I heard your conversation. I thought I'd help you out as a well-versed traveler in the brothels.
The one in the green sort of narrows his eyes, like, oh yeah? You look a bit short for a... You look a bit short for a courtesan.
Oh, I'm not. I'm free, but only if you're awesome.
The three of them kind of like look at each other and like look at you. And one of them just kind of shrugs. The guy in the purple, who hasn't said anything up to this point, just sighs deeply. And the guy in the green is like, huh, really? I've never been with anybody half my height before. Well, I think I'm pretty good. Yeah, this guy is a complete fucking idiot. You have no idea. He might be good. He might be like a savant at sex.
Okay. Okay, well, I, scooch on over to him, getting all nice, real and cozy, and I attempt to steal from him again.
Sorry to spoil your fun, Gelwyn, but Mary in here says he's got a tiny dick.
25.
Okay, you easily managed to steal from her, but yeah, one of the hookers just outside sorry, that was a bad thing to say. One of the sex workers just outside. Well, if you're rummaging around with a 25, you're rummaging around in his pockets, I guess. You're patting him down, pretending to be like, ooh. He doesn't appear to have much. He's like the clothes that are on his back, a half-chewed carrot in his back pocket, maybe some extra copper, but he literally is holding all his money in his hands. So you can either take the half-chewed carrot or another gold.
I'll take a gold.
Okay. But yes.
Oh, really? Sad. And I'll step away from him, looking all pouty.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then... Okay. We can go inside. So I will take you there. Boop. So it's a small kind of like dusty place. The entrance here has some stairs going up and some stairs up to a small landing. Other than there appears to be a small parrot in one of the cages. There appears to be a well-armed lady standing against the wall here as you enter. And There is also the very same person that Lax is looking for, sitting by the fire. If I can get in here. Spawn. Oh my god. You're just as annoying as your own character. Yeah. But as of right now, you don't see, apart from the lady outside, you don't hear anybody out there. You do, however, hear and smell the sounds of the work going on.
Wait, are you about to play porn sounds?
No.
Damn it. And the work isn't getting done now, is it?
No. Oh, well, I'm afraid Twitch doesn't allow you to play, oh yeah? Oh, harder, daddy. Like...
No, it's not like you done yet.
Someone kindly clip that. Look, I did nothing. You walked straight into that one on your own.
I guess. Okay. Gelwyn, do you want to put yourself through the door? The door will be here.
Okay.
Ignore the fact that a giant door just appeared. Holy shit, why is that so big? Cool.
Having trouble selecting to rotate. There we go.
Yeah! Okay, Gelwyn.
What's this in front of me? Is that the parrot?
That is the gnome, the more heavily armed than everyone around you. This is the you can tell just by looking at, that's the courtesan you were looking for. They currently don't have the bow they are depicted with, but they are in the same long flowing white dress, long knee-high leather boots, and I'll just increase the size of the token. Knee-high leather boots and the green cape. And you can clearly tell this is the person you were looking for. But this, you've seen this person several times before. This person is the mistress of the brothel.
The one in front of me?
Yeah. It's several years ago, to conserve labour costs, they decided to no longer needed to hire security. The higher ranking courtesans within the brothel would just be given the licenses and resources to train with weapons. So pretty much every courtesan here knows how to use a dagger or a rapier. And whoever's on duty doing admissions is generally the person who's most heavily armed. So that'll be the person who's standing right in front of you. She'll give you a sort of side eye. Be like, what? Looking for business tonight? Bit late, aren't you?
Oh, Amaryllis calling me late. Really? I'll have you know, I just flew in.
She laughs and like slaps one of her tiny gnomey thighs. Oh, I know you can't fly, Lax.
Well, there was that one time with the catapult.
That was less flying and more falling with style. But you did have style.
And I did earn a lot of money for participating in that siege.
Ah.
Nobody expects to go over the wall.
Nobody ever expects the bardic inquisition from over the walls. That's true. Seen it many times. With my small stature, it's generally a Goliath yeeting me across something. you know. Geez, you could also say that some of the jobs I've done for the half giants, it sometimes feels like you're flying, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to try not to think about that one too hard, Amaryllis.
But you looking for anyone in particular tonight?
Yes, actually. See, my friend over here... Oh, if I could just remember how to turn myself around for once in my life. My friend over here is in need of, let's call it companionship.
What?
And I'm in need of a good chat. And we all know that there's only one lady in this establishment who can fulfill both roles at the same time.
What?
Ah. I get what you're putting down. So, Missy, you're looking for one of our higher class people, one of our more expensive people. You hear a deep sigh from over
you
here.
always gouge me on this one, don't you? How much this time?
Normal rate, as you know, for any other patron would be 50 gold for 15 minutes. But for you, Lax, I'm willing to cut you a deal. I'll give you an hour for 75.
You're a woman after my own heart, Amaryllis. Fine, 75 it is.
She winks, and she look over. Toda! You've got customers! And the woman in the dress will get out of the chair and walk over to you. Pouty lips. White love! I think you'll find that I fit your exact specifications. I can give you one of the best evenings of your night. Of your life. She says, taking the feather in Gelwyn's cap and twirling it with it between her fingers.
I doubt that. I doubt that highly.
Oh, a challenge, have we? My talents are positively divine. Amaryllis, this one's giving me a challenge. I want the master suite. You know what? It's late, hasn't been filled yet. Fill your boots. But keep it to the hour, you hear? We need somebody in to change those sheets afterwards. And Toda will walk, swaying her hips to this door, and wink at both of you as she opens them and walks through.
No promises, Amaryllis, but if we run over, don't worry, we'll pay.
Although the last one died last time. Just saying.
You what?
Gelwyn, that's because you busted out the dragon strap-on.
Well, no, I meant, did we kill Big Dick? Who's the last one that died?
No, but
Oh, I wasn't counting him. I thought you were talking about the one before. That poor girl. What was that town?
no,
Ah, fuck.
no mad dragon transfiguration potions. Those are banned.
Hey,
We
she
said
brought it, not
nothing
me.
about the transfiguration potion. This fool just owns a very sizable toy.
And I think
And she asked,
we will call it here.
do I gotta roll for sex? Can I roll sleight of hand?
Are you guys actually going to try and have sex with Toda?
Well, that's what she said.
Okay.
Gelwyn, you need to learn to read between the lines.
Oh. I mean... Hold on, I'm gonna roll my sleight of hand anyway.
Holy shit!
30,
Are you
31.
are you leaving your gloves on?
Yeah, I don't know what's in there.
Okay, you're using your gloves of pickpocketing. Lax, you say you've got to. Before you can say, you've got to learn to read between the lines. Gelwyn. Oh god, it's Twitch. We're going to have to fade to black. Okay?
Gelwyn gives her the time of her life.
Yeah. So.
Wicked scratch.
Just,
That's right. That's me. I bet you're wondering how I ended up here. See, it all started back when we landed in the brothel.
And you know what?
Gelwyn.
The music just looped as well, so I think we're gonna leave it there. Because that is
I
literally.
want to know if she pays us, because I'm just that fucking good. And I go, see, you weren't that great. I did all the work.
See, by and large, I blame Gelwyn, not me.
You swear you hear angelic chorus as like, and you feel amazing. It is genuinely one of the best times you've had. Just as much as you give, she gives. Like, it's a very mutual thing. And if Lax wants to join in at all, it is...
I do want to say that once this whole session finishes, I will want Gelwyn to say, shit, I forgot to ask, you're not a wizard, are you?
No, I'm a bard. That's my art form. One of my art forms.
No, for the record, chat, Lax does not join it.
Okay, but we are. I know we're half an hour early, but I'm gonna. No, actually, I think we can get this done. Okay, so.
Well, she got done.
As you all lay there, and
Lax was actually over here reading something.
okay, yeah, where would Lax be? Amaryllis knocks at the door like an hour afterwards, and is like, "Jeez, I've never heard her make those noises. You know what? You're fine. A happy Toda means happy other customers. If she's willing to carry on, then that's great. You know, she hasn't actually been here that long. She was a refugee from Shield. She's incredibly beautiful, but when she first came here, she was so timid. I think this is actually the first time she's gone all the way with anybody. Well, now you guys have finally opened her up. This is great.
Here, let me pay you a premium for, privacy.
Also, it's said that even though she didn't go all the way with those nobles, they still managed to get a good time. People say that she just gets some talking and, like, for some reason they feel better. People call it therapy. And then Amaryllis will walk back and head into a different one of the rooms.
Not before I hand her even more money.
Okay, you can do that. She will accept it gladly.
I'm not clean up.
There is a bathroom over here.
I don't actually know how much money we've still got.
I saw some, so we're good.
I don't appear to have been tracking.
You should have at least all had at least 100 gold each, because you didn't really buy anything with your starter game purchases. Sadly, neither of you got paid by the guild for the job you just did. So, yeah.
Bitches.
Well,
those rotten shits.
Well, that's when you think about that. You grab your sending stone to be like, oh, we need to get paid. And it's just a rock. something for some reason that the spell that Carlin used on you, which took away your magic, permanently took away the magic from the ascending stones. So now you just have very smooth rocks.
Oh, okay, so we can... I'm gonna add it to the bathtub.
As Gelwyn's cleaning up, Toda's just laying on the bed. So Lax, I know you. We haven't known each other that long, but you've got a reputation. You wouldn't have just come here to bonk me for your friend. You want something else.
Let's turn this chair around dramatically with me.
It can't, it's part of the image.
But I'm gonna say you did, and that you're currently sitting on the chair. I feel like Lax would use the Gendo Akari pose of like the fingers together, and like the sheen. Even though he doesn't wear glasses, the sheen from his bald head underneath the wig just gives you that sort of like very serious sheen.
Now, dear, let's not pretend we don't know each other better than that.
So what do you need?
Information. As it was, as it always will be.
Who do you need?
We need a way into the castle.
That's gonna be hard. Cuthbert is like my last couple of sessions were with the king. He has some strange ideas of what he needs, but I was blindfolded when I went in, so I can't really tell you how the doors are unlocked or how many guards there are. What I can tell you though is that he invited me to a very secret gathering 2 days from now. There'll be him, but there several nobles and several heads of the crime families that operate within this city, trying to form some kind of truce, some kind of deal. But they want entertainment. Now, we all know you're pretty enough to pass for one of us. And holy heck, the one that you've got with you is good enough to pass for one of us. You're good enough friends with Amaryllis to give her the word, and I can probably get you in as my associates. What do you think?
Works for me.
Right. But like, are we stealing? Are we brainwashing? Or are we stabbing? Because if we're stabbing, I'm gonna need some way to get out of there. Or are we all three?
They'll be plenty distracted.
Well, that's good enough. I think I'm gonna finally get some rest. Make sure the other one doesn't drown in the tub. Like, apparently falling asleep is really bad in there. And Toda?
I don't think Gelwyn knows how to drown.
I've tried!
Well, I've seen you sit at the bottom of a lake for 17 minutes.
Fair enough.
The way you did that, Gelwyn, is there was a lizard folk you were currently having sex with, and lizard folk can breathe underwater. So they were effectively just acting as your living oxygen tank by giving you like deep throat kisses every so often.
Nah, there's something shiny and I got stuck in the mud.
Also that, yeah. Or was that a different time? Oh, okay. Yep. And you do notice that other than your sending stones being gone or deactivated, you do have everything else, including your disguise kit. Oh, oh, wait, do you just have the disguise self spell? If you don't have a disguise kit, have a disguise kit. You can easily procure that. But I think we'll leave it there then. With no combat happening today, and
What
the
are you
chaos.
talking about? I just spent an hour with combat.
Oh my god.
It was so gruesome we had to fade to black.
Yep. You know what? Yes, that's exactly what happened. You two fought. You two had like a wrestling match on the on the bed. Several bodily fluids were spilled. Okay. Chat. We are going to have to end it there. But thank you very much for the session from Lax and from Hanabi.
No.
We may have another player joining who has decided they want to try and join the campaign, which means that this will probably be regularly on a Thursday from now on. But yeah, because Jesus Christ, you guys have gone on a quest I did not expect you to go on. But that's good. You know, that's how D&D works. You guys should be able to tackle things in your own way. Through fucking and stabbing. Yeah. Can I get a hell yeah?
No.
Okay. Cool. Okay, chat. We aren't raiding out today. We're just gonna call it here. Remember to follow Hanabi Kitty. Thank you,
No,
Vamp.
don't.
I think I spelled that wrong. Oh well. Remember to follow Hanabi Kitty and watch this space for whatever our wonderful Lax produces in this reality. And also, I think there might be more coming from the Nat Ones. We have some other projects in the work, but we're still looking for volunteers. So if anybody in chat likes Eldritch Horror, don't be afraid to join the Hanabi Kitty Discord and send somebody a message. Because the Nat Ones currently don't have one.
We have a Discord.
Yes, but it's not public, is it?
No, it is not.
No.
There is lots of things.
Make it public.
You know what? Another project. Things for the future of the Nat Ones. Anyway, bye.